Okay, so I kind of slept on this because I didn't really care for it at all. But there's been too much news going about where YouTuber Steven Crowder, a guy that is a mixed bag when it pertains to a lot of people. Some people hate him, some people love him. Some people say that he is truly outrageous. He does some of the most stupidest things out here. But with this video right here, what pertains to like his wife, is it just goes to show like even some people who are conservative, they don't always have the best interest in heart, right? Like, okay, so news came out last week that there have been some problems going on with Steven Crowder and his wife, and for what a lot of people said, Steven Crowder's wife filed for divorce because Steven Crowder was being emotionally and mentally abusive to her. He was berating her and he was talking down to her on a lot of instances from what a lot of people there are a lot of claims about. So we're gonna watch a little 2 minute video, right? A 2 minute video where Steven Crowder and his wife get into a heated argument, and we're gonna see like how exactly Steven Crowder's wife feels about this. Let's just take a look at it.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven,
And making it work. Can you do that? The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
we are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Steven,
There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary,
Steven,
you give up so easily.
I'm
I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. As a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take? No, you take Betty.
Okay, so this last part, I don't know if it's true or not. As the crowd is heading inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier, and by his own admission, screams, "I will F you up," at his pregnant wife, Hillary, who then flees their home. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly true because I had not heard it from this 2 minute clip. But for what we are seeing right here is like, there's been a whole long ongoing feud between them. And like, come on, dude, she's 8 months pregnant. Like, here's the thing. Here's my question. Why Crowder is a multimillionaire, right? Why does he only have one car? He should at least he has that big house, right? He's getting all these donations from his subscribers, from his followers. He was offered a contract by the Daily Wire for $50 million. This dude is a multi-millionaire. He should at least have 2 cars. One for him in his daily life, one for his wife who is pregnant. Like, dude, you got the funds. I'm pretty sure you got the credit as well. She can get what she needs, and you can keep on going at it with your work. But with this coming out, you have a lot of people saying that Crowder is a piece of trash. Crowder is this, Crowder is that, And with this video right here, it does not help out his freaking case. It does not. And now with all this coming out, now you got a whole bunch of people coming out and saying working with Steven Crowder was a freaking hell. So let's go ahead and read this article from the Intelligencer. I don't know if this freaking news outlet is trustworthy or not, but let's go and see. This is from I'm pretty sure this is from 2000. This is from 2000. This is from 2 hours ago. Steven Crowder exposed himself at work. Ex-staffers say. We're gonna just skip all this. Crowder, who has complained of the no-fault divorce laws where he lives in Texas, scolded her for not behaving in a wifely manner and refused to allow her to use the car. In a statement from his soon-to-be ex, Hillary, she claims that he's been engaging in mentally and emotionally abusive behavior for years. While Crowder denied the claim, a report from the New York Post on Tuesday describes allegations from 10, not one, not two, 10 former employees who say Crowder oversaw an abusive company where he continually harassed them. Chief among their allegations is that Crowder will often expose himself at work. In March 2018, Crowder and his crew were driving in a van when a former producer he liked to call not gay Gerald fell asleep in the back row. Steven was in front and he was joking about what he was going to do. A witness said he climbed over and dropped his junk on top of Jared's shoulder. The same ex-staff recalled that Crowder had exposed himself to Jared in 2017 while they were filming a parody version of Ghost. And on a flight in 2018, a different employee claims they saw Crowder put his testicles on his childhood friend and assistant, John Goodman. Another employee remembered that Crowder had showed his genitals to Dave Landau, a comedian and former co-host who called Crowder a bully last week. Landau claimed that Crowder installed a Dave Don't Talk button on the show to get him to be quiet on air. At first, I took it as him trying to be friendly or one of the guys, said an ex-staffer. Now I see it was a power play. Crowder allegedly sent production assistants to do his laundry and could be an unreasonable micromanager who would make wild requests after hours to set up for failure. Ex-staffers claimed that he would regularly berate his team and threaten to fire people on the company's Discord channel. He even went after his own father, Darren Crowder, per one source who claimed Crowder would yell at his dad in front of employees when Darren was working at his son's booker. Darren did not respond to the post. I'm not shocked, but it was pathetic what he did to Harry, a employee said regarding the video of Crowder yelling at his pregnant wife. That might not be the Steven you see on the show, but that was the real Steven. Okay. So what we have here is an individual, right, who puts on this full-blown facade, and that's not. I almost forgot to mention the whole facade that's happening with Candace Owens and the thing that happened with her, where Steven Crowder said Candace Owens is doing her best to extort Steven Crowder, and Candace Owens made a response saying like, yeah, that was not true at all, and I even had some proof to back it up. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
First and foremost, if you're a person that watches his show, how do you not see that he is so obviously acting and that he is a very bad actor? Do you feel bad for him when he says that? When he says, if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, well, if you are familiar with the idea of extortion, you should realize that video that he just showed of me wasn't that. Nobody threatened him. Nobody made demands behind closed doors. His insinuation that I knew about his divorce before he decided to attack the Daily Wire is a pointed lie. Let me tell you what actually went on behind the scenes. Steven Crowder on election night was our friend. He was on the backstage with all of us, laughing, having a great time. He even sent me a retrospectively very flirty message thereafter on Instagram about how nice I looked on election night, even though I didn't respond to it. Thereafter, obviously, he attacked the Daily Wire. He decided to record his friend, Jeremy Boring, and to release the recording out of context to make it seem like Jeremy Boring knows that he's employing all of us like we're slaves, right? This is what Steven Crowder did. We had a right to respond forcefully to all of his claims. We all did that on our different platforms. And then I said to myself, just sitting there one day, Why is he doing this? It's a very simple question and an obvious question that any person would ask. This is not normal behavior. It's very erratic to go from being friends with somebody, being with them on election night, laughing, having a great time, to suddenly wanting to ruin their entire company and launching Stop Big Con. It's bizarre behavior. I turned to my husband and I said, where's his wife in all of this? Isn't she so supposedly a Christian? I'm just thinking about the way that I talk about everything in my life with my husband. Every night I'm talking to him about what's going on at work. I thought to myself, where is Hillary Crowder in all of this? How did she not tell him not to do something this vicious and this disgusting? And then I said to my husband, I bet they're not even together. I logged on to Instagram and I found Hillary Crowder's Instagram account and I looked to see, and it turned out that she didn't follow Steven Crowder and that Steven Crowder didn't follow her. He didn't follow anybody in her family and she wasn't following anybody in his family. That was my aha moment. Clearly, there was some sort of a separation. Now, this might sound like crazy CIA stuff, woman stuff. It's exactly what happened. I then spoke to Jeremy at the Daily Wire and I said, do you think that him and his wife are potentially separated? And he said, no. Obviously, it's his friend. He would have known whether or not they were separated, except he didn't. He actually had no idea if they were separated either. Finally, we decided in conclusion, Jeremy advised, that we just stay out of it, that this is actually not our business, but at least it actually felt good to learn that he was going through something privately because it assigned some reason for something that he did that was so horrific and so irrational to his friends. And finally, we said, okay, this is a broken man. This is what I was thinking. This is a broken man who is on some sort of a spiral. It is likely his divorce that led to this moment. He's acting erratic. He's acting panicked. And this at least gives us some sort of an excuse for why he behaved this way. That's it. That's the big scary story.
I don't know if this is true or not, but Hillary Crowder filed for divorce in December 2021 after she learned that her husband had hired a divorce attorney a month earlier. Hillary Crowder welcomed twins via carceran section in August 2021. Steven Crowder gets angry and suggests that if she is committed to their marriage, she should put on gloves to give his dog the medicine that his wife was concerned was toxic for pregnant women and water dogs. Okay, so I don't know if this is true or not, but months before she was even thinking about divorce, he ended up hiring a divorce attorney. And this is the same guy that said divorce is a bad thing. He's the same one that was and guys, this is just allegedly that he hired a divorce attorney a month earlier after she filed it. Guys, this is the problem, right? You got a lot of poses out here. You got poses on the left, you got poses on the right? Steven Crowder is also nothing but a poser. Now I know some people who probably are subscribed to my channel don't like the fact that I'm saying this, but it needs to be addressed, right? You got some people out here in the red pill community because I'm pretty sure Crowder believes that he's a person for the red pill community. He has all these conservative views, yet he's the most in the conservative red pill movement that does the most cross dressing. Now, if that's his thing, that's his thing. I'm not one to judge, but you can't be all about the whole manly fiasco and then you out here freaking cross dressing to prove a point. And then the news that I've read, where not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 10 of his ex-workers said that Steven Crowder had a habit of exposing himself to his workers and berating them. Does that sound like someone who is fully in it to get a message across, to get a message out? This guy is weird. He's weird. Now I know some people, like I said, I know some people are gonna hate this video that I'm making, but it needs to be addressed. Okay, if you can't even admit that Crowder is a freaking weirdo, he does the most outlandish things out here, like putting his testicles on. First of all, if a dude does, if a guy even tries that to me, if my manager even tries that with me, I'm knocking his bitch ass out. Okay, that's a fact. I'm knocking that bitch ass motherfucker out. Putting your genitalia on your workers, dude, you are asking to get your ass whooped. For real. Who does that? Who does that? 10 co-workers, 10 of his former workers said that he had a habit of doing this. He is asking to get his ass knocked out. For real. You don't do that shit. That's nasty. That's disgusting, man. That's berating. Full-blown narcissism. But guys, I slept. Like I said, I apologize. I slept on this. I ain't really care for it until I actually read some of this news out here of how Steven Crowder was actually a freaking terrible manager. He was a terrible guy to work with. It's his own fault for why people are losing faith in him. It's his own damn fault. Okay, Steven Crowder, his career is drowning. Like I said, the guy's a multi-millionaire. He was going to get a $50 million contract from the Daily Wire, but he said no because he didn't want to be a slave. No, he just didn't want to stick his he just didn't want to stop sticking his genitalia on his workers. That's all it was. That's all it was. He didn't want to stop sticking his genitalia on his employees. And he talked about the contract. The $50 million contract was slave work. It's a $50 million contract, dumbass. That's money. You could have got your freaking pregnant wife a car, a SUV, minivan, anything. But you said no. You only wanted one car. Guys, like I said before in some of my previous videos talking about the red pill community, you got some people out here who are posers. They're toxic. Guys like the Fresh and Fits. Guys like the Andrew Tates. Guys like the who's that one? The Sneeko. A guy that was waving his gun around with think it was a joke. And this guy could have shot somebody accidentally. Posers in the red pill community. Steven Crowder is not red pill. He's a poser. He's a grifter in the red pill community. Okay? He's mainly just doing it for the money, doing it for the clout. He's all about this whole conservative value and all that shit, and he's the one doing the most cross-dressing. Like I said, I don't judge. If that's his thing, hey, just be open about it. Don't be out here saying that you're just trying to prove a point. But guys, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. If you guys like the video, man, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.